Hey everyone, welcome to Zen Otaku. Today we're diving into something that's blowing people's minds, the direct continuation of Jujutsu Kaisen. Yep, you heard that right. The new manga Mojuro has dropped and it's already shaking up the entire otaku community. So sit back, relax, because I'm about to tell you everything about this new series, its origins, story, characters, and even some fun little curiosities along the way. To start, we can't talk about Mojuro without going back to Jujutsu Kaisen, Gege Akutami's original masterpiece. JJK conquered the world with insane battles, unforgettable characters, and a story that blends curses, sorcery, and deep reflections on life and death. The manga wrapped up explosively, especially after the Culling Game arc, which completely shifted the universe's direction. And that's exactly where Mojuro comes in. Unlike many spin-offs that just rehash side stories, Mojuro is a direct continuation of Jujutsu Kaisen. The plot takes place a whopping 68 years after the events of the Culling Game. That's right, nearly 7 decades into the future, showing us how the legacy of the original characters has echoed through time. The coolest part? Gege Akutami himself is involved in the project, but this time as the writer only. The artwork is handled by Yuji Iwasaki, known for Cypher Academy. That combo created something really unique. Akutami's narrative vision paired with a fresh, modern art style full of personality. Now let's talk story. Mojuro centers around the grandchildren of Yuta Okkotsu. You'll remember him as the protagonist of Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie nobody can forget. Their names are Tsurugi and Yuuka Okkotsu, and each carries a massive burden because of the legendary name they inherited. After all, being a descendant of Yuta is no small thing. Tsurugi is fiery, energetic, with that classic shonen main character spark. He wants to protect the people he loves, but constantly struggles with the insane expectations that come with being the grandson of a legend. Yuuka, on the other hand, is quieter, more strategic, but just as powerful. Their sibling bond is really the heart of the story. Here's an interesting detail. Mojuro doesn't just want to recycle Jujutsu Kaisen's formula. The focus isn't only on massive battles, it's also on how this new world, decades after Sukuna and the original cast, deals with curses and sorcery. Society has changed, and that's made clear right from the first chapter. Now about the title, Mojuro. Fans speculated a lot, and it seems to represent the idea of a module or new era. Basically, a new phase in the history of curses. That's why some people call it Jujutsu Kaisen 3. It feels like the third official stage of the saga. Unlike the epic length of JJK, Mojuro is designed to be short. It's only set to run for about 6 months, which will add up to roughly 3 collected volumes. That means the story is straightforward and intense. No filler, no wasted time. And honestly, that's a strength. Every single chapter so far has delivered something big, whether it's a shocking reveal, a wild battle, or a fresh layer of this future world that feels both familiar and completely new. Since we mentioned the OG cast, a big question fans had when Mojuro was announced was, will we see old characters? Well, with the story set 68 years later, most of them are long gone. But their legacy? Oh, that's everywhere. For example, just the Okkotsu surname ties us back. On top of that, there are references to revamped sorcery schools, inherited techniques, and even historical records of the Itadori and Gojo era. That continuity makes it feel like the same living, breathing universe we fell in love with. Another fun fact, Mojuro debuted in issue 41 of Weekly Shonen Jump in September 2025. The number 41 actually connects to some significant chapters in JJK. Maybe it's coincidence, maybe it's marketing, but fans are loving the theory anyway. And the art, wow, what a difference. Yuji Iwasaki's style is cleaner, sharper, almost futuristic, while still keeping the raw intensity of battle scenes. It's perfect for a world 68 years in the future. The contrast with Akutami's heavier original art gives Mojuro its own unique identity. Back to the main characters, Tsurugi wields a brand new curse technique that hasn't been fully explained yet, but it seems to link back to Yuta's powers and even Rika, the unforgettable spirit from Jujutsu Kaisen 0. That's already sparked countless fan theories about the past influencing the present. Yuka, meanwhile, focuses more on control and manipulation of cursed energy. She's tactical, almost like a modern Megumi Fushiguro, but with her own twist. Their sibling relationship is constantly tested by hard choices and terrifying enemies. Speaking of enemies, Mojuro doesn't waste time with shallow villains. The new curses are terrifying, some nearly human-like, others shaped by the fears of this more modern society. It's a chilling reminder that curses evolve along with humanity itself. And that's what makes Mojuro so special. It's not just a tacked-on continuation. It acknowledges that time has passed, the world has changed, and these new characters carry an enormous legacy. That balance between fresh ideas and JJK's core spirit is what keeps readers hooked. Fans are also buzzing over the hidden references. Small details, mentions of old teachers, echoes of classic techniques, and even philosophical callbacks to characters like Nanami or Gojo are sprinkled throughout. It feels like a love letter to longtime fans. Another curiosity, though Mojuro is short, Akutami has already hinted that its success could open the door to even more projects in the same universe. So we might just be seeing the start of something much bigger. Imagine it, a whole multiverse of cursed stories, each set in different eras but all tied together by the same system of jujutsu sorcery. Mojuro could be the first of many new doors opening. For collectors, yes, Mojuro is already confirmed to get physical volumes, likely just 3, which makes it way easier to complete compared to the long JJK series. Another strong theme in Mojuro is spiritual inheritance. The manga shows it's not just blood that matters, it's choices, teachings, and the impact left by previous generations. That comes through clearly in the way Tsurugi and Yuka face their challenges. And don't think being short means Mojuro skips on hype. From Chapter 1, the fights are breathtaking. The sibling dynamics, the cursed designs, the looming sense of something huge about to happen, it's addicting. The series also digs deep into how society 68 years later deals with curses. How does a modern world handle fear, pain, and hatred, the roots of curses? It's a fascinating reflection, almost philosophical, much like JJK at its best moments. Of course, Mojuro doesn't hold back on emotions either. The Okkotsu siblings aren't just fighters, they're people dealing with the weight of their name, and the bond between them creates some of the story's most powerful moments. In short, Mojuro is everything we could ask for in a direct sequel to Jujutsu Kaisen. It respects the legacy, but brings fresh ideas, introduces strong characters, drops reflections, serves up insane fights, and still leaves plenty of room for fan theories. So what do you think? Are you excited about Mojuro? This is just the beginning of a new Jujutsu Kaisen era. Here on Zen Otaku, we'll keep bringing you analysis, theories, and updates about this incredible universe. So don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. Stick around because the best is still to come.